So Deanna, you can take it away.
I'd like to call the meeting to order. It's 5:56 on Thursday, May 22nd. Let's go ahead and do introductions. I'll start. I'm the vice chairperson. My name's Deanna Balcarb.
I'm Ted Hensley.
I'm Greg Perez.
Nancy Muller.
Colin Carney.
And Heidi Muller, I'm the transit operations manager.
And then we'll go ahead and we need to approve the minutes from the last meeting, which was on March 27th, 2025.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes from March 27, 2025.
I will second them.
I'll second.
Deanna did.
Oh, thank you, Deanna.
And then is there any public input? Does not look like it. Okay, so all business.
Yeah, so let me share screen here if I can remember how I'm doing. Hey, me. I remember what I'm doing. So, yeah, so for old business, we got the bus shelter project update for you. The bus shelter at Highway 99E in Sequoia has been fully put in. Public Works was very kind enough because I was out with illness to take pictures for me. So we got, here at Sequoia. And then our next one here is over on Territorial at 99 northbound. Unfortunately, they took the picture just before they put the bus sign in, but I swear the bus sign is there.
Check it on the way home.
Yeah. The guys were very upset that the picture got sent to me before that. So, and then this is our southbound stop. There is a couple things they still need to do with some asphalting and all that, but they're kind of waiting for the weather to be a little bit better just to finish those requirements for ODOT. But for pretty much that's almost pretty much all done. And then we had just completed our mud or concrete on Redwood Street in 99, which is the last shelter. So Saturday, I'll have the temp stop move back over, so we're not going on the far side of the intersection, dropping people off anymore, just to let that set for a day or two. And then in about a week and a half, hopefully you guys will see the last shelter in there.
Nice.
So that is the updates on the bus shelter project.
And looks like the transit graphics update.
Yeah, I had everything open and, because it went into there. Sorry, that was me. All right, so I just did a quick presentation for you guys on vehicle graphics. As you guys recall in the last meeting, we talked about the bus sign updates with our new logo, rebranding and everything. So let me, so based on your guys' input, we went ahead and got the final bus sign post design completed. And this is what they'll look like for you guys. Let me just minimize that so you guys can see it all. So as you can see, we kind of went with that darker scheme that you guys wanted. And then we had them do the bus logo with our logo and for the small signpost that will show your stop numbers and show the bus logo for people who are unable to read that it's a bus stop. They can only go by, graphics for ADA compliance. And then this is what our route decals will look like on the big signs for all of our routes that we currently do.
Nice.
So original vehicle design ideas, I just kind of made us kind of go back in time. This is what originally came when we had our logo rebranded. And this is what the designer just kind of came up with the patterns. So we had the arrows and then we had that half circle, which from the committee, you guys, from the feedback, you guys weren't too thrilled. That kind of pattern and style. So, we went back to the design, I went back to the design team with some of your guys' thoughts. That you guys wanted something more cleaner, you know, something more kind of transit-esque. So they, came back with, 3 different ideas. And so we had this one come in, for the transit van with leaves. And this was before they knew that we had like a door here and stuff like that. So, you know, there's gonna be some adjustments if this is a design that you guys like, but they came with like a leaf idea to kind of tie in the garden theme of Canby. And then they did this one with like arrows for directional and then crosses for like crossroads. That's kind of the theme. And then they did this one where it was just the X or crossroads with our logo. So when we got these, because I got new vehicles, we actually just got approved last night for our 4 new transit vans and our bus. Time is gonna start getting a little tight for us, so what I chose to do, and I apologize if members felt kind of sidewinded when they saw it on social media, but I ended up going to the library open house on First Thursday this last month, and I thought it would be a great idea to have all 5 designs available for people to kind of pick and choose what they like, see if we're maybe on the right track with the community and to give you guys some insight on what the community thought. So during that, I had about 30, I can't, it's in the packet here. Yeah, that's right.
35.
Yeah, 35.
I'm so
of the-
excited. I want to know which one they selected.
They liked the 3rd option, which is the leaves.
Okay.
So I'll kind of go back up here. That was highly, but I also had a lot of comments of, I wish it was more flowers. Where's the dahlia? I had a lot of feedback like that. And then we did an online survey on Facebook with Canva, and we got 135 responses on that. And well, majority, again, number 3, really like garden theme ideas. Some comments were like, where's the dahlia? You know, that kind of, it was the same as in person at the library. So me and Todd actually talked about that. And so me and him kind of put our heads together and got some ideas. And I'm sorry for everybody watching that, you know. And I just kind of wrote this out so you guys knew the thought process on why we did the survey and the events. And so we could try and get you guys some more insight on what the community is thinking that we should do. And in the response, we found that the garden theme is very important to people around here. So me and Todd kind of had a little fun. And then we sent some ideas to the design team, and this is what they came up with for some wraps.
Nice.
And the wrap would include kind of our motto, which is like reliable, accessible, dependable transportation. So it came up with like reliable, accessible, here for you. And then we tried to do the theme of, you know, like the dahlias, the butterfly, gotta have a butterfly, you know, with garden. And then they literally built it to the style of our van. So
Nice.
this is one option for our new transit vans coming in. And then they also made one for the bus we're getting is called a turtle top. It does not look like a turtle. And this is what it would look like on the turtle top. If you guys thought style 1, or we can go back to the other ones, or you guys can just say, you know what, I like something totally different. But this is what they would look like together for style 1. And then for style 2 that they came with, they did a full wrap with window perforation. So the windows would have the, you know, little holes in it. You can still see it out,
Right.
but the whole vehicle would be covered. And let me get rid of that Java. Thank you. So this is what it would look like if we did the full cover with the windows. So, you know, the welcome to Sandy sign's a little bit bigger. This is a little bit more prominent on both sides, that kind of thing. And then the back would be green and not the white standard that it would come with. And then we could potentially do like a local city Canby decal like we have on some of our vehicles right now. That's why they've kind of put that there. So that's for the transit van, and this is what the bus would look like. So it's a little bit different design and style. And then this is them together. So you can see that.
I have a question,
Yeah.
because I've had it done to my vehicle before. The windows that are covered,
Mhm.
what's the longevity of the cover over the windows?
Pretty good. I mean, like decals that we have, the temporary ones for economic development right now, they haven't even thought about peeling or anything. It's real good material. I can't remember the exact type of material she says they are using, but it's very high quality.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
We don't get that much sun here anyway.
And a lot of our transit providers use Taylor Graphics, who's what we're kind of going towards right
Mhm.
now. Like Clackamas County, Malala and them, all their graphics were done by these guys. So, and they have not reported any major issues. So, and so I included a slide of just all the designs here. Let me go ahead and zoom it out a little bit so you can see them all. Maybe a little bit more. So yeah, I'll take any feedback you got. Nancy, I'm gonna stop sharing so people can see you. So if you guys have any thoughts, we would love to hear it. If we're kind of going down the right path, or if we should keep it just simple, or do you guys just want the half moon like it was discussed before? I will tell you, Adrienne, who was unable to be here tonight, she mentioned she liked, the design number 5, which is just the X with the circle, but she wanted the X, she said it would be nice if the X was just gone and it was just the logo. That was her feedback. And then, Stephanie, who also wasn't able to be here, she emailed me back and said that she thought that, style number 2 with the window perforation wrap was her favorite. So she liked that one. So, yeah, I'm open to any thoughts, ideas, what you guys think.
Just my opinion, I like the wrap that covers the window with the garden thing.
Style 2?
I agree with that, and I like it that it's bringing out more of Canby and helps people to maybe understand where our bus is coming from. But I like that. I'm just curious if the cost will be a lot higher.
So they're actually working on cost estimates because number 3 was so good and I asked for a couple cost estimates and unfortunately they could not get them to me in time for the meeting this week. So I apologize, I'm not able to do that, but we do have it built into the grant. And we are not planning on rewrapping our current fleet just because of budget and, you know, we want to put it to service, that kind of stuff. So basically this would just qualify for all of our new vehicles. So,
Excellent.
so
That works.
the cost would be pretty similar for either. Because even with option like 3 or any of the other 3 newer options, they're still gonna have to do a almost full wrap style. So the costs are gonna probably be pretty similar if I had to make a guess. So,
Okay, that's good to know.
yeah. And I am happy to share on the next meeting once we get the numbers, but like I said, it's going on all the new vehicles, which has already been budgeted for a certain amount by the vendor. So it's already covered. We just need to try and figure out which one to go with, so I can tell the vendor, oh, this is our new design.
When will we make that decision?
I was hoping to get some insight from you guys and then me and Todd were gonna discuss it. And then I was gonna see if you guys want me to post them on Facebook for like a week and let you know what the survey results are and we can just email back and forth if y'all want or if you guys are just like, we want this one and I'll go to Todd and say, this is what they want. So
Nancy, do you have any feedback?
I like the transit style 2 for both vehicles. And I just want to make sure that they all say supported by Canby businesses.
they do.
Good.
Yeah,
I'm
here.
here with my. my-
It's kind of hard to
trying
see,
find
I
it.
know with the, here, let me, so it's right there in the white
Okay, I see it
in the
there.
corner and then down here.
Very good,
Yeah,
very good.
it is also, it's not in the back. Wait, yeah, it's in the back of the cutaway, I think, and in the van, right here in the
Oh,
white.
there it goes. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
good.
and it's kind of hard to see, I can zoom in for you. Yeah,
Oh, there we go.
supported by Canby businesses.
Very good.
Yeah, no, those were included.
Yeah, I kind
Thank you.
of turtle top, Castaway.
You like the style 1 or style 2?
Two.
2? Seems like 2 is pretty much a hit.
And I would not be opposed to, I actually kind of liked your Facebook item trying to poll the city because sure, we're here to serve, but it's nice to kind of get other feedback as well.
Especially from the garden club.
Oh, yeah, I actually
Yeah.
spoke with Catherine
Mhm.
because we're timber fans. So Catherine was actually a really good pusher on the garden spot theme. And I was texting with Todd during that conversation. I'm like, I'm hearing a lot of this. So that's where the next day we kind of came up with some of these ideas and we kind of came around to actually going into a more garden theme. kind of.
I would Facebook it
You like
for the
Facebook?
community.
You think about it like a week or so, and then I just email y'all and communicate with y'all on
Sure.
where we're at
Yeah.
and what we're thinking.
Yeah, sounds good to
That sound
me.
good? Does that sound good to you, Nancy?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, do you want me to just do style 1, style 2, or would you like any of the other designs incorporated in that based on?
Style 1 was a garden theme, right, with the dahlias?
The style 1 was basically, it's similar, but there's some differences, like there's like a little vine
Right.
outlay and stuff, and the windows are not covered. Whereas style 2 it's the full wrap with the perforated window.
I
Style
would
two?
probably show
Yeah.
both, maybe just so
Just
then,
both of those? None of the other design ideas, you think?
that's how I feel, cause you already did the poll for the other one, so.
I think I'd just go with the two, you know,
Yeah,
see which ones they vote on.
yeah.
I
Gotcha.
would be curious if you said your top performer was the leaves. Does the leaves get surpassed in a second attempt?
Mhm.
Kind of, the weighted voting scale, if already everyone voted for leaves, then you said, well, okay, leaves is our most popular right now, but now we have two other ideas to see which one comes out on top in a second attempt.
Would that be okay to do like the leaf one?
That
the
makes
number 3
sense.
style and of the middle designs and then the 2 nude ones and see what people like the best?
Dahlia one?
The leaf one,
I
with
saw,
just.
I know the leaf one, but do you
Yeah.
have one, the full cover with the dahlia?
Yeah, and put those 2 with that one because that one was the most popular in the last survey. And just say, due to feedback, people want to, we thought we went another way, or I'll find a creative way of writing it. We're not trying to think off the top of my head. But we can, I can basically say this was the top winner, but based on feedback, and yes, I know I need to take my meds, thank you. Based on feedback, we came up with a new design style and the committee would like to know your thoughts. Would you like to see more of a full garden theme and which one? And then have votes for about a week and then we can see if people would like to just see the more clean cut leaf. Or if they want us to go the more full garden park route, and then we can just kind of take a consensus of the
It
group.
kind of, it includes everybody. So it's not, nobody can say, I wish you wouldn't have picked that,
Yeah.
It was part of the community that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
make sense?
no, I
Yeah.
like that idea and I'm glad that you brought it up too, cause it does make sense where last time that was a big one. So,
Okay, so I'll do number 3, style 1, and then style 2. Sounds good. So I'll probably have that either tomorrow or tomorrow or next week. And I'll keep in touch with y'all. So.
sounds good, appreciate
Well, I
that.
appreciate the feedback. If you would like, I can do this next one if you like.
Yeah,
So transit committee member update. So Tyler Frankie has stepped down. He's unable to commit his time for the committee. So we do have an opening. So if anybody's interested, we have an opening for transit committee. Yeah.
perfect. Thank you for letting us know.
Yeah, absolutely. And thanks to Stephanie for getting a hold of him. So.
Nice.
He's got his hands full with children.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
And then new business operations report.
Yeah. So I'll try and make this quick, and if Colin's our trans dev general manager here, so if you guys have any questions for him, he's here as well to answer, but I'll try and make this quick for you. As promised, I added new columns just to, make it even more expansive for y'all. Where I currently have all year-to-date totals, so you can see how we're actually doing from the date of this year comparative to last year on ridership, instead of just the, 4 months that you see the snapshot of, because it doesn't really encompass the whole thing. So as you can see, our weekday ridership, we're up about 4.6% overall on our ridership. We're actually at about 72,700 riders right now. I'm actually, based with weekend ridership, me and Todd were kind of crunching numbers, and we hope we didn't jinx it, but it'd be nice. We might be getting close to 100,000 this year, which would be absolutely amazing. Our Canby Loop is still exploding, as you can see. We actually almost had 2,500 riders last month. So it's been very popular and very, very successful. Dial-A-Ride has gone down a lot with general public, but again, that's because of the loop. Our 88 has gone up a bit with paratransit. And I was at the adult center today and did a resource fair and handed out several applications for people that might need the service, so we'll hopefully be seeing some more riders. So there's our weekday. So weekend, we're doing really well. We're getting more riders over the weekend. So we're up about almost 22% on fixed route. Canby Loop has almost doubled. So that's amazing to see. There's been a couple weekends where we've almost broken 100 people on a Saturday. So that was awesome. And then Dial-A-Ride has picked up a lot on the general public side, and also on the ADA side. I think our hours are also increasing on the weekends, so we'll have to keep a look on that, but overall, we're up about 26.8% total. So, and then our overall stats, we're up about 6.6% overall, so. Like I said, we're about 81,000 as of last month, so I'm really hoping if we keep this trend going, we can be well over 90, maybe even close to 100,000. So that'll be amazing.
Great.
Yeah. All right.
And then next new business item, transit day at the Capitol overview.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys want to see the pictures that are in the packet, but I'll show them anyways. One second here. So on April 1st, I went down to Salem. It was my first time doing transit day at the Capitol. Basically, we met with several Senate and House legislators, kind of talked about what we do, how we use funding, and how transit works. So I got a couple pictures. So this is our big old happy group that we're down over in Chariot's meeting room, and then went and met with Daniel Bonham from District 26. I didn't get pictures with everybody I talked with, just a couple guys. And then I talked with Fred Giard, who is actually covers part of our service that goes to like Woodburn, Hubbard. He represents that district area. So it was really nice to talk to him and kind of talk about what we're looking for and how he can hopefully maybe help with getting some more access to transportation in his area. So it was a good thing to do, and fun to kind of talk with everybody and, you know, kind of answer questions about transit and all that.
Nice.
I know Greg wanted a little rundown on that, so that's why I put it here for you.
Yeah, what's going on in there?
Yeah, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
And then, service modifications?
Yeah, so this one, I'll kind of keep it short and sweet. So you guys know for the last meeting, we had reached out for funding and some assistance to help with like our Woodburn service. As you know, costs are going up. But we've also got we have a monkey wrench in our plan of everything. They're building a Popeyes where we land in Weimar in Woodburn. So that's gonna be starting in September. So we actually have to now find a new place to kind of try and go down, turn around, come back. So I'm actually working on a couple schedule options. We're trying to see if we want to continue to go all the way down to Woodburn and kind of turn around in the industrial area, come out by McLaren and then come back onto 99 that way. Or if we just go down to Hubbard, to Industrial Avenue and Hubbard and turn around there and don't go all the way to Woodburn. So there's a couple thoughts that we're looking at and schedule builds that I'm working on right now just to see how the time flow works. The other thing is because costs, we want to try and maintain everything, but we're going to be cutting back our Woodburn service to at least hourly. And then if funding continues to decline or anything, there's a possibility we might have to cut back Woodburn a little bit more. But for right now, we're thinking of changing Woodburn just to hourly service and then Oregon City to half-hour service all day.
Nice.
Yeah, so because a lot of the riders want Oregon City more than going to Woodburn. And so we're working on that right now. So I just wanted you guys to be aware that we might have to call like a special meeting or have a public open house in the very near future. Because with schedule changes, that is something we have to do for public community. outlet.
So they're building a Popeyes?
They're building a Popeyes in that Weimar parking lot, yeah. Where all the like semi trucks like to park and
Yeah.
sleep. So they're gonna have a fun time trying to find a new place to park and sleep, so.
Oh,
Do
boy.
we have a bus stop there?
Yeah, so the way we do is we pull into the Weimar parking lot and we pull into the first like travel lane there. And there's a bus shelter on the Mount Hood Highway there for Woodburn. So we stop and we have a bus sign there, but we just do stuff in the parking lot. And then we pull out and go out, but there's gonna be a building and a park, yeah. So they're taking all that away. So even Chariots is having to do the same thing. They're having to figure out where to reroute, where to land, where to,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's fun. So we just wanted you guys to know that there is gonna be service modifications and a schedule change possibly in September.
It was the Popeyes that I was more concerned about.
Yeah. And then starting in August, TriMet is also, this is just a little add-on. August, TriMet is gonna start demoing and updating and upgrading the transit center in Oregon City. So there's gonna be a little change on where we stop, where we hold. We might not be in the same spot every time because we're gonna be following TriMet buses, and so just be prepared for that as well.
I have a question real quick. When they finish the overpass, adding the lanes project,
Mhm.
will they pave all of that 99 up to the falls?
I don't know. I
Yes.
hope they would.
Yes.
Just as a personal driver, I could reach out and see if somebody might be able to answer that at ODOT, but I haven't heard that.
Because that would shut us down.
Yeah. But I haven't heard anything about that type of work being done.
I think it's 2 more years and they'll be done.
Yeah, probably, roughly, I wouldn't doubt. So. Yeah.
Nancy, did you have a question?
I was just going to ask this Popeyes construction, is it going to be done in September or are they starting the work in September?
starting.
starting. Thank you.
At least that's the plan.
Okay.
Upcoming transit events.
Yeah, I got a little creative at work one day. I've posted this on our social media and stuff, but just for people to know. Like today, we had the resource roundup at the adult center, obviously been meeting tonight. So just a reminder, Monday, we are closed for Memorial Day. Nobody will be in the office to answer phones, no service. June 5th, we are joining Canby PD, Public Works and all them fun guys for Touch a Truck right outside City Hall here. For our Touch a Truck event, we'll have a bus here for kids to kind of jump on and off and play with and have fun for first Thursday. And I might even showcase things if we all come to a happiness on the design, I was thinking a nice good billboard with, here's our new bus look, you know, and that kind of thing. That would be fun to do. June 28th and August 16th, I'll be doing Bridging Cultures events in the park, Saturdays in the park. And Smart Wilsonville is gonna be joining me, so we'll both have tents right next to each other. June 28th is at Locust Street and the 16th of August will be at Waite Park. So if you guys want to ever come down and have a nice good lunch and fun music and fun times, come on down. 4th of July, again, will be closed, but I did talk with Todd and it looks like we're gonna be down for joining the parade again. Probably have one of the vehicles in the parade again.
Our new ones?
Probably not. I might not have them by then. I know. It'd be nice. And then obviously July 24th, we'll have our next transit advisory meeting, so. But I'm hoping to do something like this pretty occasionally, just to kind of keep people updated when we're gonna be out and about and doing fun stuff around town.
When's our next meeting?
July, what was that? July
24th, I
24th,
think you
yeah.
had.
Be in town.
Yeah.
And then are there any discussion items or any new items need to go around? Nope.
Nope, I'm good.
I do have a question. I know Mr. Ted got his and I apologize. I ran out of my office and realized I forgot my little pouch of passes. And I've been horrible about doing those for you guys. So because you guys are on the committee, we offer 2 passes, either monthly or punches for our committee members. So you guys can like ride
To the state fair or?
for the bus. So then you can
Just
ride the
checking.
bus, yeah, so then you can ride the bus anytime you want. My question is, and I'll be happy to deliver, is would you guys like any? Or would you like to, I know Nancy in the past has donated like to the adult center or the Canby Center for people who can't afford it. So I was just curious on if any of you guys would like your passes this month, and if so, how would you like them?
I would,
Do you want monthly or punch?
whatever's the best for the transit.
Gotcha. So I'll just give you a call and let you know when they're at the office.
Now the
Does that
swing
work?
by.
Yeah, that works.
And then I can do a punch.
You want punch?
Yeah.
Okay.
that works.
Nancy, do you want any?
A punch passes, please.
You want punch? Okay, for all.
What's the difference?
So the monthly passes are good for the whole month, unlimited rides. And then the punch passes are 24 rides. And they don't expire, you just use it as you go, and once you're done, you toss it. But it, like I said, it just doesn't expire, it just allows you to ride whenever you want.
Punch pass. It'll last longer.
Alright. And I can facilitate with you guys on getting your passes to you guys, so.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, perfect. So sorry for forgetting them. I literally walked in and went, oh no. I don't have anything. You got anything on?
No, it's just one.
So I move that we adjourn the meeting till next time.
A second.
Alright. We're good to go? Alright, well, everybody have a lovely day. was good to see everyone.
Yeah.
Have a nice weekend coming up.
You as well.
Stay safe.
Have a good day.
Yeah.
Bye, Nancy.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good to see everybody.